My name is Marie Kondo. My name is Shayan and I am on a mission to organize the living daylights out of my house. While watching Marie Kondo's show, I decided I should take a look at my own closets, my drawers, and I realized for months, maybe years, I've just been putting things in them and not really taking anything out, and now there's no space in my drawers for anything. I do not like this, I do not like how I keep my clothes. There's barely anything there. This place is just filled with junk. I really want my room to be a little more organized than what it is right now so that I just know what is where when I need it. Hopefully this exercise will help me get to know myself a little better as well. So, are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, let's go. So, Marie Kondo's method of cleaning is known as the KonMari method, which consists of collecting all your belongings, one category at a time, and keeping only the things that spark joy in your life. So, according to the KonMari method, the first thing you have to do is thank the surroundings. Thank you, house. I have lived well in you. That sounds kind of wrong, but I mean it. I really mean it. Thank house. Check. So the next thing I have to do is imagine my lifestyle. So the way I imagine that is to be a lot more clutter free than I am right now. I want to add a bit more structure to the way I arrange my stuff. I guess I just want a more systematic lifestyle. Imagine lifestyle. Check. Now I need to tidy by category and I have to discard first. And the first category is clothes. Wardrobe, you are my Everest. Alright, it's time to do this. As soon as I started removing things from my cupboard, I started recognizing clothes I hadn't worn in ages. And also a ukulele? This is not a cloth, Shayan. Before I knew it, all my clothes started piling up into one gigantic, ungodly mound of fabric. It's filled up the whole bed. If I was in a relationship with my clothes, I'd have to sleep on the ground. আমার কি বেশি জুতো? I remember the first thing I earned money with. I got these shoes, but they're literally 8 years old now. They all served me well through college. They're pretty cool, but kind of moldy now and pretty unusable. Thank you for all the great times we had. Bye. I just realized I'll have to tidy all of this up again. It's gonna be a long day. My strategy was to divide my clothes into two piles. One would be the discard pile of clothes which I really hadn't worn in a long time. That started toppling pretty quickly. And the other pile was all the clothes that I'd worn recently. Yeah! Yeah! Okay, that's a lot more clothing than I thought it was. That's the ones I'm gonna throw away. That's the ones that people can still wear. Isn't that wild?
Folding clothes is not about making it compact, but it is about love, to communicate your affection and gratitude for their continuous support.
Hey, hi. Hey, it's me, Shayan. Okay, I'm gonna fold you now if that's okay with you. Yeah? Because you bring joy to my life. Thank you. T-shirt.
The key point here is to feel the piece of clothing with your hands and communicate your affection through your palms.
Wow! Yo, I did it!
When a piece of clothing is folded correctly, it will stand.
Okay, it's not standing. It's not standing. It's kind of standing! Once I got the hang of Marie Kondo's folding technique, I really got into it. And my clothes did stand in place, kinda. Once that was done, rearranging my cupboard was a breeze. I didn't think it would be this easy, but I soon realized that I had discarded over half my clothes and I had ample space to work with. So I just blasted my favorite Michael Jackson tracks and got down to business. I was done fairly quickly. And to be honest, I was pretty proud of myself. But I still needed a little bit of validation. Yo, कुछ दिखाना है? আমি সব কাপড়গুলো ডোনেট করতে চাই। এটা তুমি রাখতে পারো, তোমার ইচ্ছা হলে। এটা পরবে তুমি। Oh my god. It's normal? This? Yeah, it's normal. তোমাদেরকে আরেকটা জিনিস দেখাতে চাই। ওই কভারটা খুলো।
Beautiful.
Do you want to try this method?
No.
Okay. Yo, that took me like 4 or 5 hours to do and I'm wiped. I'm gonna have to rest and restart this tomorrow. Next is books, which is great news for me because I barely have any books. I used to read a lot when I was a kid, but once I grew up, I gave most of them away to like my cousins or neighbors and stuff. These are literally all the books that I own right now. All the other books in the house belong to my parents, so I'm not gonna touch them so that they don't kill me. Books check, papers. There is an introduction to keyboard. Yeah, I learned that like 12 years ago or something. I don't even remember. Oh my god, why do I have this? This looks like it's like Windows 98 or something. It's just screenshots of a folder called Fave Hindi Music. Why is this something that's in my room? Bye. Thanks for nothing, okay? Okay, so we're all done with books and papers. These were two really easy things. I completely forgot about Komono. Komono stands for miscellaneous items, and I'm just realizing that that could be the most daunting part of this entire process. According to this method, I should tidy by category instead of location. So I'm gonna check every part of my room and my bathroom, and I'm gonna put it in one place to see exactly how much junk I have that I don't use. This is my collection of miscellaneous items. Sweet Jesus. Honestly, all of this is pretty daunting, but now I don't have a place to sleep, so I guess I have to do this. In the middle of all this, my mom called me to her room to show me that she had started Marie Kondoing as well. Thank you, Bullet, okay?
Thank you. Sorry, don't mind.
That was all the motivation I needed to go back to my room and get to work. To be honest, I was still a little skeptical as to whether I could do all this by myself. But yet again, my discard pile started getting bigger, and I finally had space on my bed to sit and sift through my items. Admittedly, I did get distracted by a lot of things, but after about an hour and a half, I managed to finish. This is the total amount of junk that I've collected that has been languishing in my drawers unused. These are the things which I think I use, but I need to sort these out properly now. Gone 2 boxes, and now all my electronics, extra electronics, and this. All my stickers and miscellaneous items and this. Just like how putting my clothes back into my cupboard after discarding of the unwanted ones was a piece of cake, my miscellaneous items went back into my drawers without a hitch. While the previous step took me over an hour to get through, I was done with this in about 5 to 10 minutes, tops. But I also found some pretty useful stuff. This thing, which increases finger strength, I guess this would come in handy. I found a tiny little iron self-massager which I got once. Oh yeah, that's the stuff, bro. My old trusty kazoo. Also, here is my collection of sentimental items. But I'm pretty tired right now and I want to give them the proper attention that they deserve. I'm going to do this tomorrow, and also my hair looks like shit right now. So we're on to the final stage, sentimental items. We're going to go through them one by one. My first keyboard. Can I plug this in or what? Also, I used to do this thing which I think everybody with a Casio keyboard did by going like, look, I'm playing. I'm not actually playing. This was my favorite sound because it made no sense. It's called laser beam. These are cool sounds, right? Thank you, Casio SA21, for providing me with a holistic 100 sound tone bank, which got me through childhood. This is a cap that does not fit me, but my grandmother knit it for me. My grandmother, she's just been like a really important part of my life growing up. So I'm gonna keep this. If you watch Pokemon, you will know that this is a Magikarp. This is one of the most useless Pokemon out there. My friends made it for me and gave it to me and told me that I will be a Gyarados someday. I've held on to that message for a really long time. This was a hand-drawn photo of my mom and I. I think when we were moving, we put it in a box, and then I discovered this again yesterday. Oh, I got my G-Shock. I found it yesterday and I realized I still think it's pretty cool. This woke me up today morning. It has alarm, you guys. Does your watch have alarm? Okay, Apple Watch is there now. But does it have Indiglo though? And the last thing on my menu, old stuff that my mom kept. Report cards, identity cards from school. This is me in nursery. Cutest baby ever. I know. This is Me in junior college, still the same. What the Yeah. Oh, it's a letter I wrote to my parents when I was a kid. I wrote it to them because we would shout at each other a lot. It was basically, I'm writing this because there are a lot of things unsaid when we shout at each other. I'm not brave enough to say it face to face. And then it's just 2 pages of. I did not think I would be crying right now, but like. I think that's about a wrap. Can we cut? These are things that my mom kept in this one file because they were important to her. Yeah, I don't think we addressed this letter back then, but she kept it with her and that means a lot to me. This experience of tidying up everything I own was very, very stressful to begin with. The second part of that, like doing away with things, was surprisingly very stress relieving. Now that I've tidied up my room, I feel like keeping it that way, you know, like I feel like leading a more balanced lifestyle and having things in place all the time. I know this was an exercise about putting your things in place and like seeing which of your belongings mean the most to you, but I realized that I think my family means the most to me, and looking at things from my childhood, I think that's always been the case. So I would highly recommend this exercise for anyone who feels like their life is always messy. Not even like literally, maybe figuratively. If you feel like your life is a mess, clean stuff. So thanks Marie Kondo. You destroyed me emotionally, which I don't think is your fault, but also like this really helped. This really helped. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you leave a like and share it with your friends, and definitely subscribe to BuzzFeed India for more videos from us, and tell your friends also to subscribe, and your parents and your immediate family and friends would be nice.